What's up, guys? It's Chuck from Brady Adventures, and this morning we're just packing up our camp here at McCoys Ferry Campground on the C&O Canal Trail. We spent the last couple days here. It's really, really beautiful, and I thank you very much to our neighbors in the campground for encouraging us to do a video on this. We were not going to use the cameras this weekend, but decided to go ahead and fire them up and at least tell you a little bit about this campground. So thanks, guys. If you're out here camping, there's a couple things you can do. One, there's a boat ramp in the campground, so you can put your boat in. And the C&O Canal Trail is just a few feet up a hill from the campground. And so we went on a hike yesterday, and what did we do?
We went 3 miles east and saw a couple of locks along the way, old historic homes and buildings, and made it all the way down to dam number 5, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was really worth the hike. It was a long hike, but it was worth it. For sure,
yeah. The dam was beautiful. The hike was beautiful. There was a couple overlooks, like really beautiful spots along the river, and the trail is really long. It's like 180 miles or something like that. So there's a lot of places to explore from here if you like hiking. Really good for bikes. There were a lot of people on mountain bikes and road bikes. The trail's pretty much gravel most of the way, so you know, a really flat level. Yeah, so really, really nice nice place to explore if you're into biking or just hiking or boating. And beautiful views at the campground. Now it's time to review our overall experience at the McCoys Ferry Campground. And we have 5 criteria for that we're going to go through. And the first one is campsite quality. And that includes the amenities at the campsite itself, and views and privacy and things like that. For this particular campsite, the views were pretty good. We did have a waterfront campsite. It was pretty. The site was reasonably sized. We could easily fit a couple cars there, our tent and everything that we needed. It also had a picnic table and a fire ring, so it had some of the standard things that you would want in a campsite. I think the things that weren't as nice about it, it was really close to the other campers. Also, it could have been weed-eated or mowed. The grass was kind of high, so we had to put some blankets down. The privacy wasn't too great. The site could have been kept up a little bit better, but in general, it was pretty good. So for campsite quality, we are going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars.
Okay, so the next criteria is cell phone service. So we have AT&T and Verizon between the two of us, and for both of us, the cell phone service was not great. I think we each had 1 bar, were able to send and receive text messages. Didn't try to make any phone calls, but definitely no data was coming in or out. So where we were, definitely rate that a 1.
Yeah,
but some of our neighbors were able to stream some Brady Adventure videos.
Yeah, they
as
were.
We found out. So maybe it was just campsite number 7, or maybe they had another carrier. But for us, AT&T and Verizon,
really not too great.
Not great service.
Yeah, I think I actually tried to send a picture through text and it just failed. Like, couldn't do it. So be prepared for that. Our next criteria is firewood access. We weren't really sure about this. We had read some things about there being firewood available. We generally don't like to bring our own firewood because that can bring in outside pests. But it was pretty cool. There was a couple places right on the way in where people had set up. One was a place you could leave money and pick up a bundle of wood at the front of this individual's property. And then a little further down, closer, there was a sign with a number, and you can call this guy and he will bring wood to you at the campsite. And some of our neighbors had wood and said they got quite a bit for their money. So it's a pretty good deal. I think these guys have been doing it for a while, so we're going to give that a 4 out of 5. Pretty good firewood access.
Our next criteria is restroom quality. So the campsite did have a couple of porta potties sprinkled along through the campsite. I think there was a larger bathroom in the main parking lot near the boat ramp, but we didn't really go down there. They were kept very clean when we got there. You could see the service sticker. They were cleaned out every 2 to 3 days. So really clean when we got there, but by the time we left, it was definitely time for them to be cleaned again. So for that, we give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay, and our last criteria is recreational activities. For this particular campground, it's pretty cool that there is a boat ramp right in the campground. Like we said earlier in the video, there's a trail just, about 100 yards from our campsite, and you can explore a lot of things. Really cool old buildings and things, and water views, especially if you have bikes. It's a pretty nice place to explore, but it is kind of far if you're hiking. And
we ended up hiking 3 miles down to one of the dams and back. So it was a long hike.
So even for just some of the closest cool activities, you're going to have a pretty long hike. That's why bikes are probably the way to go. And there was definitely some people that were biking and camping along the way. So I think that's a popular thing to do. So for campsite recreational activities, we would give it a 3 out of 5. Overall, with everything considered, we'd give this campsite a, what do you think?
3.
3 out of 5. Yeah, I agree. So we're going to give this campsite a 3 out of 5. It was pretty, it was fun, it was a nice place to go. However, I don't think we'll probably be going back there again. There's a lot of other wonderful places to visit.
The C&O Canal Trail was over 100 miles long, so I think there's lots of more places to explore.
Yeah, worth the visit.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely recommend it, but probably a one-time stop. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching. It's definitely worth checking out the McCoys Ferry Campground on the C&O Canal Trail. Lots of cool things to do, lots of beautiful views, a really beautiful area. And if you enjoyed the video, please
give us a thumbs up,
hit that subscribe button, hit
the bell for alerts,
and let us know if you have any questions about our
Series Land Cruiser
or any of the adventures we've got going on. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. And always feel free to leave us any comments or questions that you might have.